Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Prowler Racing League Round 10 on the streets of Azerbaijan in Baku. One of the longest circuits we got at 3.73 miles, 20 corners, but a long straightaway with two DRS zones on the main straight and the back straight. Not much elevation change except going in through the castle section, which is the tightest and narrowest section of the race today. Let's head on over to our intermission screen while we're waiting for everyone to get loaded in. Note has been out to everyone to ready up. But here is our calendar. Round number 10 of 12. And as you can see the little note there, multi-stop requirement. Our drivers tonight are going to be required to do 3 pit stops throughout the Grand Prix. There's no tire requirements except for the actual in-game requirements of 2 dry tire compounds, and that is assuming it stays dry. Our team's championship so far: McLaren out in front, 280 to Ferrari 206, Alpine 167, Sauber moving up with Lone Fiber's win last week at 111, Aston Martin dropping down 105. Mitch, the only one scoring points for that team, so that 105 is Mitch's. Then we got Haas also dropping down with 100 points. Mercedes 82, Red Bull moving up 65, Racing Bulls 43, Williams breaking even at 32 again, not scoring anything last round. Those points brought to you by our Drivers' Championship. Top 10, Sasuke out in front with 174. I believe he can secure the championship tonight. I'm not really tracking that. We're just going to go to the end of the season anyways. But Vanilla moving up 121 into P2. Dynamic also moving up to 106, getting 1 point past Mitch, who unfortunately didn't finish the race last week. Then we got F4 in 5th with 97. Boogie, the Ferrari teammate, with 85. Lone Fiber with the win moves him up 74 to P7. Season 3 champion, Some Good Salt, 58, dropping down. Inception tying with 58. And then Zaluxi, your last season's champion, dropping down the order to P10. But she is here tonight as a reserve, running with the Red Bulls. So let's head on over trackside as everyone's in the pits getting ready for qualifying. And let's see how this gets on. Let's head over to the track. Let's get rid of these in-game graphics to verify who has their UDP set up correctly and who doesn't, so we can actually scold them while we are in the lobby here. First car is going out onto track. So it looks like it will be, we got Aston Martin. That's going to be Pro. Not having right telemetry, and everyone else looks like they are good. All the way down to P15, 16 with Sasuke, Diddy Flies in P15. So the cars are heading out to track right now. So let's head to the first car that's leading us away. I believe that is not Luke. Rocking the intermediates on his recon lap, so he's not going to be doing an actual timed lap. It looks like it's the Red Bull of Zaluxi right behind. So we'll actually have the camera here on Zaluxi as she's making her way around the track. As Luke's asking to make sure it stays dry, let's see what the weather forecast is for qualifying. It is clear for the entire qualifying session, so it's going to be up to the drivers to use their tire strategy correctly, because like we were saying, they are required to do 3 stops for tonight's Grand Prix, and Zaluxi comes into the pits, abandons her lap that she was going to do. Let's go check who is that's JR. So let's go check out JR. Going to be setting the first time of our session tonight. Very squirrely getting out of turn number 2 there. Into the DRS zone. Picking up speed as best as possible. Some of these drivers might actually be doing multiple laps to get tire temperatures where they need them to be before actually doing a lap in anger. Dynamicing wing damage, and so is Anime Boy. 15 minutes left in the qualifying session. So far, Anime Boy was setting the fastest. Go on board with Mitch. So Mitch is currently on an outlap, not setting a time. And invalidates on his outlap, which he invalidated close enough to the timing line. He might actually not be able to set a lap. JR invalidates as well. So let's go to Lone Fiber, last week's winner. So far, purple mini sectors in the first sector. Let's see how he does coming out. Turn number 5. Turn 5 now, turn 6. A little chicane going next to the straightaway. Heading up through the castle section, Lone Fiber cruising along. Looks like Sasuke steals away the first sector fastest time so far. Anime sets the benchmark, a 1:45.504. Lone Fiber 6 seconds up on Anime's time as he comes through sector 2, heading into the very long straightaway to the start finish. Absolutely flying as he's coming down to the start finish line. Go set our fastest time of 1:38.864. And then next up we got Sasuke setting the time so far, purpling mini sectors, not the actual sectors. Let's see what he can do here against Lone Fiber. Cross the line. Fastest 1:38.834. Next fastest car is going to be Mitch as he set the fastest first sector. Bouncing off the wall there, losing a bunch of time in the middle sector. Down now quite a bit off of Sasuke's fast time. Let's see if Mitch actually finishes this lap. Well, he still needs to get a time on the board. Let's see what Mitch does as he comes across. Cross the line, 1:39.264 for Mitch. Next car is going to be setting an actual time is Boogie in the Ferrari. A little bit of traffic there up ahead, but he can use that toe of the Mercedes. Yellow flags of slower moving cars. Let's see what Boogie can do, setting a time for himself. Cross the line, 1:49.07, puts him up to P5. So let's go take a look at one of our new. Let's go check out F4. Ooh, Pro Ultra. Better come into the pits because he's not allowed to set a time as a rookie driver. Sets a time. All right, so next car we're going to take a look at is F4. If we can catch him before the line, the game lets us hop down. Across the line he goes. P4 with a 139.352. Let's take a look at their driver. Let's go check out MLB in the Mercedes. The game would let us get there. Come on. Scroll down. You're almost there. One more. There we go. There's MLB to show me your you-know-what heading down the straightaway to set a time. See where this will place him within our starting order. Up to P6 with a 140.140 for MLB. Head on down to Dynamic. As he too has failed to set a time yet. Just over 9 minutes in the qualifying session. And it looks like Pro sets another time. A 141.496 puts him up to P9. So it looks like Zaluxi's looking to do the back to front challenge as she has not set a time yet. Let's see here. It's not Luke looking to set a time. Cross the line. 144.279 misses the braking zone for turn one. Takes evasive down the runoff road. So let's head up to Boogie, the next driver that's actually improving on his time. Take a look at who's improving right now. Let's go take a look at Diddy Flies back here in P16, looking to set a time. Personal best so far. Let's see where so he's, ooh, hits the wall there, clips it on the apex. Ooh, clipping the wall there as he coming down the hill to end sector 2. 6/10 down. As he heads down the main straightaway, got a Haas up ahead. Slowly moving, but Diddy should be able to get through there. Let's see where this moves him up. Diddy Flies up to P7 with a 139.739. So let's see here. Mitch actually setting a time. Let's head up to him real quick as he's coming down the main straight, going across the line. Currently P4. P2 with a 1:38.804. Only 2 thousandths off of Lone Fiber's fastest time. And you got the McLaren of Dynamic coming out to track to set a time. So we're taking a look at the timings right now. Fiber invalidated, and so did Diddy, but they are on cooldown laps, so that's not a big deal. So the only 2 cars right now that are out on track setting a time is Mitch here in P2, Kuara in P11. Looks like JR is actually improving in his first sector. So let's take the camera. 4 minutes left to go in the session. JR improving in the first sector. Kuraruma also improving in the first sector. So as we're going through, JR currently improving. Per Ultra doing a wrong way to disqualify himself from the session, which should be looked upon by our stewarding team as favorable, as he accidentally set a time but disqualified himself. So I believe the stewarding team should be lenient on that and not give the penalty for qualifying during a qualifying ban. So JR coming down the track. Karuma moving up to P9. Let's see what JR can do as he's coming through the final here. Let's see what moves him up from P13. JR improves to P12, the 1:44.488. Dynamic in McLaren. Falling behind one of the Ferraris on an outlap. Hopefully we'll get that tow down the straightaway. So Dynamic, personal best in the first sector. Coming down the hill, let's see what we can do in the second sector. Improves again, but he's still a second down on Lone Fiber. Remember, Lone Fiber set a fastest lap of 1:38.802, 1:40 left in the qualifying session. Let's see if Dynamic can move up from P10. He does, the P8 with a 1:44.20. Next car that's improving on time is Anime Boy. Gonna keep an eye on our leaders up front. Let's see if anybody up there starts setting a personal best time in their sectors. 1 minute left to go in the qualifying session. Anime Boy P12 to 1:44.442. Let's head on up to Vanilla. That's Vanilla. Going through the castle section, avoiding the wall, unlike Charles Leclerc. Oh, Anime Boy disqualified from the session for going the wrong way. Looks like that was back down by turn number 4. Vanilla still improving on his time. Coming through the final turn 16, that curb causes a lot of problems, but he handles it well as he heads through turn 18 and turn 19. Going to be hitting at 200 miles per hour down the straightaway. Coming to the start-finish line, Vanilla up on his time. Let's see what he can do. Sasuke setting purple mini sectors. Cross the line, Vanilla moves to P4 with 139.156. That's going to do it for him. Next up, we've got Sasuke. Purple, the first sector. We're going to keep a close eye on it because Mitch behind is also collecting the wall there for Sasuke. We heard it, the bang. See how it affects his times as he's coming through. He did purple the first sector. He's still got purple mini sectors through the second here as he's heading down. Locking up as he heads to turn 15. Got a little bit of traffic up ahead. See as he gets through turn 16. So Lone Fiber up ahead is improving. F4 the fastest lap, 138.661. Lone Fiber getting purple mini sectors as he heads into the final run here on the straightaway. Lone Fiber fastest, but Sasuke ever faster. Across the line, 138.469 for Sasuke. Let's go check on Mitch. Oh, that's it. No, Mitch is still running. Mitch, purple's the middle sector. Personal best in the first sector. Let's see what he can do as he comes across the line. And he does it. Mitch, a 138.437. Picks up pole position off of Sasuke and Lone Fiber and F4. Very fast qualifying session there. Congratulations to Mitch picking up the pole. So that's going to do it for qualifying. Let's get a screenshot of that before it goes away. Scroll down to get more. Okay. So, your fastest lap, Mitch. As we're quickly going through here to let everybody know, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Paste it in here. All right, so now that'll give everyone a chance to stretch their arms, stretch their legs, get their strategy set, because remember, there's a 3-stop requirement. And while we're sitting here, let's pull up the calendar. I think I sent another invite to one of our drivers who got disconnected from the session. Let's get a little bit of music while we're writing here, yeah. So we're letting everyone get their stuff figured out, settled in. So again, this is round 10 on the streets of Baku. multi-stop requirement. Our drivers are required to make 3 pit stops. Their tire selection choice is their own. The only requirement is what the game requires, which is 2 dry tire compounds. But if it rains and DRS is disabled in the game, then the pit stop rule and the tire rule goes out the window. But from what I'm hearing so far in the Discord is going to be a dry session. So again, here is your Constructors Championship through season number 6 so far, 10 of 12 rounds. I do believe the Drivers Championship can be settled, but we're not going to pay attention to that too closely because we want everyone to keep participating, keep racing all the way up to the end of the season. But Sasuke is out in front, 174 to 121, with Dynamic coming up behind. So a few drivers making figuring out what their strats are going to be. Nick looking for clarifications. 3 pit stops. Tire compounds are not a requirement, except for the 2 dry. So, looks like we got a little bit of a disconnect issue. All right, so command has been sent in the Discord for everyone to ready up and let's go. Wishing each other luck. There's the tick of the server. Let's drop the music down and get ready for the race. Let's head to track side to go through our running order. We'll have to get rid of the in-game graphics because they're annoying. So formation lap, we'll go through what our running order is. So, your pole setter, Mitch, starting on the mediums tonight. And then you got Sasuke on the softs. Followed by Lone Fiber going for the hard strategy, and so is F4, which I believe he did disconnect. Is also on the hards. Then we got Vanilla in the Ferrari going for the medium strategy. Diddy going for the softs, going for that early grip early on. MLB also going for the soft in the Mercedes. Dynamic going alternate strategy from his teammate, doing medium tires. Then we've got Boogie going softs, also alternating from his teammate further up the order. Kuruma starting on the hards, going for that long stop strategy. It's not Luke going with the medium. JR also with the medium. Zoluxi going with the back to front challenge, going with mediums. Then our newest driver, Firefighter, going with the softs. Pro Ultra, also one of our new drivers tonight, going with the softs as well. They'll lose that rookie status after tonight, so they can qualify as normal next weekend when we are in Bahrain. And then we got Anime Boy bringing up the rear, starting on the mediums. So we got Mitch taking his time, heading to the grid. It looks like Dynamic may have zipped past. Not sure what's going on here. Nick Flies looking for extra points, as I keep saying Diddy, because that's the name that's on the screen. You are welcome. Kairuma left the session, unfortunately. Hopefully somebody got him another invite before we get going. We're going to put the camera onto, what in the world? Lone Fiber going for a donut on the starting grid. We'll put the camera, the starting camera on, let's go with F4. Starting in P4. Keep a close eye on this as we're getting ready to race. This is probably one of the worst camera angles that the game could give us for a starting race. There we go. So there's the starting order. There's our grid. Lights. Going up, 5 lights. And we're racing at Baku. Cars diving out of the way, stationary. Oh, big contact in the back. Not sure what that issue was. Those F4's cars sitting there under AI, I believe. So unfortunately that causes chaos at the beginning of the race. Reduced safety car, so that's not going to bring out a safety car. Unfortunately, Anime Boy and JR getting caught up by the non-moving F4. Mitch dropping down the P2. Sasuke using those soft tires early on to make a great getaway. Up into the castle section we go. Spreading out a little bit. Let's head down the running order to see if there's any close action happening back here. Everyone getting pretty signal file early on. Doing the best that they can. Anime Boy with full front wing damage. JR with a little bit of front wing damage. Limping back to the start of the grid, or back to the pit lane, I should say. And we are finishing up the first lap here at Baku. Sasuke across the line first, setting our fastest lap as well. So right now, it's pretty even across the board for most drivers. We're not really seeing a huge difference in the tire wear. Hearing some cars bouncing off the walls, it sounds like, as they're exiting through turn 3. We are heading into turn 6. Ooh, a little bit of contact there from Dynamic, it looked like. But Boogie doing everything he can to stay close to Ultra and MLB. Running on the soft tires, and then you got Dynamic further back. Tire strategies is hard to mediums. But do remember, we do have to have 3 pit stops for all of our drivers. Take a look a little bit further up. So Mitch right on the gearbox of Sasuke as we're heading down the straightaway. Going to the inside. DRS wide open. Sasuke only being able to defend with battery. Diddy takes fast lap them. Lone Fiber takes it back, but Mitch moving up to P1, getting past Sasuke on the inside, heading down to turn number 1. So let's take a look here. See Sasuke not using DRS. Oh wait, the detection's on. No, he would have had it. Surprised Sasuke didn't use DRS. He had it available to him. But here we're going through. Let's actually take a look real quick to see what the tire life expectancy is, because everyone's taking such a large variety of tire choices. So those on the soft, the game is predicting between 10 to 12 laps. Medium, you're looking 13 to 15. Hard, 16 to 18. So those who start on the hards, currently towards the back of the field, except for Lone Fiber, looking to go very long in this 26-lap race. So we'll see how that strategy pans out. But these on the softs, game is going to be looking to lap 10 to 12. But if we take a look at what our tire wear is for our drivers, Sasuke already sitting at an average of 38% on those rears. He is absolutely cooking those rear tires, and he does have a little bit of front wing damage. So he'll have to be keeping a close eye on that going further. So let's head back down to Zaluxy. Making a move on Dynamic, makes it happen. Around the outside, down the straightaway. It's like somebody diving into the pits there. Sasuke diving into the pits as well. Virtual safety car is called. Not sure. Anime Boy's out. Looks like Anime Boy may have hit the classic castle section out of the race, but we are running under reduced safety car because this is a street circuit. So virtual safety cars will be more common, won't last very long, just neutralizes the field, doesn't bunch them all up. We'll get back to racing momentarily. So right now, Mitch, your leader, sitting out in front by 2.4 seconds. Vanilla, 1.5 behind that. Lone Fiber getting very impatient under this VSC. Getting right onto the gearbox of Vanilla. Thankfully, not collecting any wing damage from that little incident there. Sitting at full battery, right now everyone should be taking advantage and recharging as much as possible, which doesn't look like many people are doing. Oh, Junior JR picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC. That is what catches people out. When the VSC is ending, you are still required to maintain that delta so that you don't get an advantage before we go to green. And unfortunately, JR got a little bit happy on the accelerator and lost out. Let's see what Lone Fiber can do here on the harder. Oh, getting very squirrely out of turn 16, coming down the hill. But he is going to be trying to close in on Vanilla. He will get DRS. He's less than half a second. We'll keep an eye on that rear wing. There it is, opening up. Wide open. Lone Fiber deciding which way to go. Sticks behind. Does not go for the move down the turn 1. Still thinking possibly about the long game here. A lot of cars coming in to make their pits, getting off those softer compound tires early on, either the soft or mediums. Lone Fiber making the move on the inside, heading down to turn number 3. Can't get it done. Tucks right back in behind Vanilla. That bright green Sauber going to be filling the mirrors of the Ferrari throughout the lap. Just reminding Vanilla that he is there and he wants that position. So mind you, we do have 3 pit stops for every driver tonight. Taking a look at it so far. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. JR is out of the race. JR retired from the session. Looks like he may have hit the wall. Virtual safety car is deployed again. Trying to see if we can find him. Nope. Can't find him on track. So I'm not sure what happened to JR, but he is out of the race. 100% wing damage. So it looks like he was just going to be dealing with a damaged car. Ooh, we got a couple cars hitting the walls up ahead. It sounds like maybe Boogie or Haruma. Not sure. We're under virtual safety car right now. Jay Sims pleading with Diddy to not break his car. So let's head to, we're still under VSC. Lone Fiber is still behind Vanilla. Ooh, getting a little bit feisty there. They almost overtook each other illegally, but kept it going. Lone Fiber up to P3, Vanilla P2. Your leader, Mitch, still out in front. Looks like he's getting around some slower traffic of the Alpine up ahead. But Mitch still has to pit. So right now, this is one of the closer battles on track. We're going to have quite a few back and forths as the pit strategies go, but everyone should be able to run pretty soft compound tires most of the race to make this pretty fast and furious. We're only on lap 6 of 26. So once everyone tries to get these pit stops done early on, they're just going to go long at the end. Through the castle section we go. Lone Fiber falling back further than he was before as we come down through turn 15, down the hill to 16. Gap now 0.7. The detection zone is coming up, so he's just got to keep it close to get that DRS. You look on the map right now, they're just coming up to the detection zone right now. Lone Fiber going for the move after this. Mitch getting past the slower moving traffic ahead. Oh, and Vanilla dives into the pits, getting off those medium tires. 31% on the rears, 18 on the front. Let's see what strategy goes. Looks like it's going to the mediums again. So medium for Vanilla. Sasuke picking up fastest lap. That was a decent pit stop there. Ultra pick up fastest lap, pulling that away from Sasuke. So it was a Luxy dynamic coming into the pits. So let's go check out some of our other drivers on track. Gaps are kind of all over the place right now. Let's actually head to one of our closest gaps, which is actually Zaluxy on Pro Ultra. Zaluxy subbing into the Red Bull tonight to help hopefully score some decent points for that team. Currently falling a little bit back. She is running the hard tires and she's out of DRS range now. Pro Ultra on the mediums, pulling a gap right now up to 1.1 away from Zaluxy. So, but if we go further back, Firefighter, one of our new drivers, closing in on the other Ferrari of Boogie. As we're coming down the turn number 7. Firefighter on the soft tires. Going through the castle section. So he does have a grip advantage via tire. Let's see how long he can keep that going. Getting through the infamous turn 15, where Vettel accused Hamilton of brake checking. Through turn 16, onto the straightaway. Gap just outside DRS, so he may not get it. Let's see what happens here. As he crosses the activation line, he's good. So Firefighter was close enough at the detection line to get DRS, closing in on Boogie. Can't make it happen. He's too far back. So our current leader, Lone Fiber, out in front. Mitch coming in for his pit stop, switching to the hards. So it looks like everyone should have already done. No, Lone Fiber, who started on the hards, like we were saying earlier on, going super long on these hards. He's only sitting at 30% rear. Let's take a look at the car information real quick. Yeah, so the only two drivers who have not pitted yet for their first round of pit stops is Kuruma and Lone Fiber. Lone Fiber, your leader. As we knew, he started the race on the hards, looking to go long. The game predicting a very, very long time till he pits. But right now, as you can see on our car information, right rear sitting at 34, left rear at 27%. But those fronts, there's hardly any wear on that left front. But he comes into the pits. Lone Fiber coming into the pits. Only 8 seconds ahead of Sasuke. So this should, Sasuke, now your leader. Lone Fiber going to be dropping down the order a little bit as everyone's coming through. Decent pit stop for the Sauber. Exiting out onto track. Where's this going to put him? Right in front of Vanilla. Super close. Right out of the pit exit. Vanilla getting DRS. Going to look to take advantage of Lone Fiber being on the cooler tires. Oh, Lone Fiber going for a defensive thing. No, you're not taking. Oh, Vanilla hitting the wall. That could have been disastrous. Thankfully, only a little bit of damage. 13% on the front left wing of Vanilla. I don't think it's enough to show anything on screen, but that was close. Now you can barely see anything on the game visuals. But Lone Fiber pushing hard to get away from Vanilla. While this is happening, then you have Season 5 champion Ziluxi subbing in the Red Bulls, hunting down Pro Ultra. She is on the harder compound of the hard tires to Pro Ultra on the mediums. So F4, fastest lap, 1:42. Currently running down in P14. Sound like somebody smacking the wall there as they came through the very high speed turn 20. Let's see if Ziluxi makes a move here. Right on. Oh, and Pro Ultra dips into the pit lane. Ziluxi inherits P6 on those hard tires. So let's head up the running order real quick. See, as everyone has done their pit stops, let's actually run through, give everyone a lowdown of what the race story is so far. So, lap 10 of 26 here at Baku, you have Sasuke currently out in front. Started P2, currently in first on the hard tires, has done one pit stop. Then we've got Diddy subbing into the Red Racing Bull, I should say. Started P6 all the way up to P2 now, currently on the medium tires. Started the race on the softs. He was one of the drivers to start the race on the softs. Doing everything he can right now to defend against your pole setter, Mitch. Started in first, now in third, going medium, switching over to the hards for his first pit stop. Absolutely on the gearbox here of Diddy. We're going to stick with this for a second as we'll watch the gap slowly close down. All while this is happening, Lone Fiber right there as well, looking to take advantage of the situation. Mitch going early to the inside. DRS wide open, gets P2, but while this is happening, Lone Fiber thinks about going to the inside, doesn't make it happen. So Lone Fiber, whoa, late move there, had to lock up so he wouldn't collect Diddy. Lone Fiber started third, in fourth, making the move down to turn number 4. Gets it to P3 past Diddy. So right now, as it stands, Lone Fiber breaking even, starting third, currently in third. We're on lap 11 of 26 here at Baku. And we got Diddy dropping down now to P4. Vanilla breaking even, 5th to 5th. Little bit of wing damage. Started the race on the mediums, switching to the mediums. So it looks like so far he's the only driver to change out to the same compound tire. But the drivers are all required to make 3 stops. So Vanilla doing the smart move of being consistent. He knows he can keep the grip of this medium tire for having consistent laps time after time after time. And then switching in his next 2 pit stops to the other compound tires, because they do have to run 2 dry tire compounds in this race. But their strategy is up to them how they want to do it. Again, Vanilla going medium, medium. Next up, we got Zaluxy, your last season champion. Started P13. Looked like she was going to try to do the back to front challenge like she is known to do. Not qualifying and then coming out to try to dominate and show these boys who's the boss. And here she is, started P13 all the way up to 6. DRS wide open. Mitch, your new race leader, as they head down to turn number 1. Sasuke coming to the pits. Oh! That looked like it was a net coating issue. Zaluxy looked like she slammed into the back of Vanilla. No wing damage reported on the game, so I think that might have just been net coating. Woo, that got your heart racing there for sure. So Zaluxy now up to P3 as a couple more drivers pit. We're going to skip Sasuke and Diddy because we already talked about them. Then we got Dynamic, currently in P7, started in 8th, so he's only gained 1 position, keeping it clean so far. Switching mediums to hard. So doing a completely different strategy than his teammate in the McLaren. Then we've got up next is Pro Ultra. Started P15, currently running in 8th right now. Started on the softs, going to mediums, then to hards. So he's got 1 more pit stop to go to finish out the race. Right on the gearbox of Dynamic, not letting him get away. Thinking about making a move, they lock up heavy. Dynamic taking evasive action. Pro Ultra getting very squirrely through turn 7, but heads up the hill. Mind you, they're both on hard tires, but Pro does have 3 laps younger tire on those, or life on those tires. Then we got, next driver we haven't talked about yet is MLB. Started 7th, dropping back to 9th now. Unfortunately, went soft to medium. Next up, we got one of our new drivers, Firefighter. Started P14, currently up to 10th right now. Went soft, medium. Keeping it clean as well. Only 1 warning so far. No penalties for them. Then we've got Boogie in the other Ferrari. Started 9th, all the way down to 11th now, but this might be due to tire strategies and pit stops. Started on the softs, medium to hard now. Lap 13 of 26. Koaruma started P10, dropped down 12th, more than likely due to the fact he has not pitted yet. So Karuma still on the original hard tires that he started with. Read that correctly. Yes, he has not pitted yet. So over the next half a race, he's got to get 3 pit stops in. We'll see how that goes. Next up, we've got It's Not Luke. Started 11th, currently in 13th. Does have a bunch of wing damage. You can see those end plates are completely missing from the Haas. On the hard tires right now, burning. He has no ERS either. Started 11th into 13th. 2 warnings out on track right now, going to medium to hard. We'll be seeing him switch out to a new front wing on his next pit stop. And then we got F4, started in 4th. Due to a networking glitch, I think it was, he stalled out on the grid, couldn't get into his car, and then had to leave the session, come back in. Mitch is your new leader. F4 start fourth, currently 14th, does unfortunately have an outstanding 3-second time penalty he's going to have to contend with at the end of this race. Started on the mediums, currently on the hards. We'll see how that goes. Sasuke picking up fastest lap. Let's head back up to our front runners. Lone Fiber right on the gearbox, not letting Mitch get too far away after taking the lead of the race. Lone Fiber does have a lot more battery, and he's on the grippier medium tires, only a lap younger than Mitch's hards. May have made contact there, not sure. It looks clean so far. Luke picking up a 3-second time penalty. Lone Fiber going for the lead on the inside of 7 as we head up to turn number 8, up the castle section, getting very close to the wall there. Mitch getting a little bit of sideways, trying to put the power down. So is Lone Fiber, struggling for grip out here. Lone Fiber starts pulling away from Mitch. Collecting the wall on turn 15, very common to see. Even in IRL, drivers hitting turn 15 quite a bit, getting squirrely across the curb on 16. That causing Mitch to catch up just a hair, well within DRS range as we come down the main straight into the speed trap, now into DRS. Watch that rear wing pop open. There it is of Mitch as he comes down the line. Lone Fiber going right down the middle of the track, trying to defend. Mitch getting to the inside, using that DRS to the advantage, gets the lead back. This is going to be a DRS swap back and forth, I feel, for the next couple laps. But remind you, they do have to pit 2 more times for these 2 drivers. Zoluxi coming into the pits again. Keeping it close as they come through turn 5 into 6, a little chicane there. Just go side by side with the long straightaway, going back to the start finish line. These guys, this is where Fiber went for the lead change before, doesn't do it here. I think it was just a surprise move that Mitch wasn't expecting early on. But let's head down the running order, down to Vanilla in P6, hunting down Pro Ultra. And while they're doing that, Zoluxi on the brand new set of softs, right with them. So Pro is defending on the hards, picks up a corner cut warning. Ooh, Zoluxi, goddamn net coating. She's fine. We literally just saw Zoluxi just smoke the outside wall of the castle. We look at the car info. She's fine. There's not a problem on that car. So there's a net coating issue between the broadcast and Zoluxi, because that, I could have swore that was race over for Zoluxi hitting the wall that hard. But the game said, nah, fam, we're all good. So Vanilla coming down the straightaway, catching Pro Ultra. Ultra having to defend with no ERS. Pro Ultra down to 4%. Zoluxi behind on 78%. Vanilla dives into the pits to get off those soft tires, possibly get a wing change. Let's check it out here as he comes in. Only has 13% on the end plate. He's probably going to tell him to F off so he can just get the tires and back on the track, and he does so. 2.3 second stop, which is pretty much optimum as he's coming through. Then you got MLB coming to the pits in the further back. So right now, Zoluxi getting past Pro Ultra. So let's take a look. Let's go back up to the front here. Lone Fiber dropping down the P4 now. Missed a little bit of the action that was happening there. Oh, that was because Lone Fiber hit it. He's now on a brand new set of mediums. So that dropped him down to P4 from that pit stop. Unfortunately, puts him right behind Diddy, because Diddy's going to defend very hard. Ooh, looks like he almost made wall contact there. Heading into 15. Looks like Diddy may have made contact with the wall as they head down the hill. Lone Fiber looking for a move. Doesn't get it done there. Luke picks up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Through turn 18 and 19, 10 laps left to go. Let's see if Lone Fiber makes a move here. DRS is going to open momentarily. Boop, there goes. Fakes the inside, goes to the outside. Diddy can't do anything about it. DRS advantage is so good here. Zoluxi picking up fastest lap on the soft tires. As we head down, turn number 2, Lone Fiber ahead of Diddy. Sounds like he hit the wall there. Might have been Zoluxi. We don't know because the net coating is atrocious. Diddy thinking about making a move to Lone Fiber. Doesn't get it done there. Zoluxi getting very close behind. We're under 10 laps left to go. Let's take a look at the total pit stops to make sure everyone has done at least their 3. So far, only 2 drivers have done their three required stops. That's going to be Pro Ultra in P6 and MLB in P10. Karuma hasn't done a single pit stop, so in the next 9 laps, he's going to have to do 3 pit stops. So right now, this appears to be one of our closest battles on track. There's no one with Boogie and Dynamic. We're going to keep a close eye on that, see which way that gap goes. And that gap is growing. So Dynamic is pulling away from Boogie. So right now, your closest battle is Zoluxi chasing down Diddy here. Red Bull Prime against Red Bull Light. Yeah, we'll go with that. Diddy going to be defending really hard. Zoluxi on the soft does have a grip advantage on Diddy. DRS wide open. Diddy goes to the inside for defensive and dives into the pits, which then helps Zoluxi move up to P4. Currently 1.8 back to Lone Fiber on the medium tires. That just sounded awful. It sounded like Zoluxi bouncing off the walls again. Working to catch Lone Fiber 2.1 ahead. So let's take a look here. Mitch out in front, your leader, by 4.7 seconds. We got a slow-moving Williams getting out of the way. Good sportsmanship there, abiding by the blue flags. So again, let's take a look at the pit stops to see where we're sitting so far. Mitch, only 1 pit stop. Sasuke, 2. Lone Fiber 2, Zoluxi 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. So looks like Dynamic Boogie still have to make a pit stop. F4 has to make a pit stop. Karuma has 2 more pit stops. Luke has 1 more. Mitch has 2 more. Sasuke, Lone, and Zoluxi all have 1 more each. We're on lap 18 of 26. Let's see what Mitch decides to do this lap if he comes into the pits. And he does to do his second pit stop. That gives the lead to Sasuke as we come down the main straightaway with Lone Fiber 11.6 back. So Zoluxi coming in for her final pit stop. Sasuke kind of in a lapped car sandwich right now as he's coming around the track. Hopefully these cars on the newer tires don't cause an issue with our leader. You can see they're sticking right with him. Let's go check out Pro. Close battle between Diddy and Pro. F4 picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. Luke serving us 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Coming back out onto the track now. Diddy doing everything he can to defend. Up through the castle section they go. Pro Ultra sticking right with Ultra's taking that corner very tight to stay with Jitty as they come down turn 16. Sasuke coming into his final pit stop. So that's going to put Lone Fiber back out in front. See what Pro Ultra does with Diddy here. Diddy taking the middle of the track to defend, forcing Pro Ultra to choose the outside heading down turn number 1. Gets it done. Looks like he may have clipped the apex there. Almost pulling an Albon. A little bit of banging the wall there as they head down. Now to turn number 3. So let's take a look real quick. Again, their total pit stops. We're on lap 20 of 26. Lone Fiber and Mitch have one more to go. Dynamic, one more to go. And Karuma has 2 more pit stops to do. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But very tight, close battles. Zeluxi up ahead. Everyone missing the castle walls as they head up through turn 12. So right now, Zeluxi with the fastest lap, extra point. Ooh, looks like he Pro Ultra bouncing off the wall there, the concrete. Exiting at 15, down through 16. Onto straightaway, Diddy might be too far back to make anything happen here. Mitch, your new leader, as Lone Fiber comes in for his final pit stop. Lone Fiber going soft tires on the final section of the track, or race, I should say. Diddy, 2 tenths back. Let's see. Thinks about making a move on the inside. Tucks right back in as they head through turn 3. Diddy thinking about making moves in spots we're not expecting. Let's see if he does the Lone Fiber move here as we head down turn number 7. Pro Ultra keeping them behind. Quickly head up through the castle. Diddy keeping it close behind. Let's take a look again real quick at where our pit stops are. Mitch still needs 1 more. Dynamic, 1 more. Karuma, 2 more. So we'll keep a close eye on and see what Mitch decides to do. He continues on this lap, or he comes in 1 more time. He looks like he's continuing on. 5 laps left to go. Diddy more than likely too far back to make a move here at turn 1. See what he does here. Thinks about the inside, tucks in. Nope, so it's not going to happen here. This is our closest race on track right now. Between Diddy Flies and Pro Ultra. Mind you, this is a debut race for Pro Ultra with Prowler Racing League. All the way up to P5 on debuts. Really good so far. Let's see how much more he can get before the race pans out. Gap staying pretty steady there. Let's run through our running order right now. So Mitch out in front. Still has one more pit stop to go. Let's check it real quick. Yeah. So Mitch, one more pit stop to go. Out in front. Let's see what he does this lap. F4 with the fastest lap. Four laps left to go. So that fastest lap from F4 will score an extra point as he is within the top 12 as we score points for top 12. Sasuke steals it back with 140. Mitch doing everything he can to build a gap. J Sims reminds me that Karuma also got disconnected, I believe, so that might be an AI car. So we shall see. Down the straightaway he goes. Ooh, getting a little sideways there. Just giving the wall a little tap as he heads up the castle section. Where's that camera angle been this whole race? It's a good one. Anyways, down the straightaway through 13, high speed. Speaking of high speed, let's take a look at what the live speed is for some of these guys as they're heading through. Well over the freeway speed through turn 15. Down to 16. Onto straightaway 199, 201, 202, 203, 204, 206. So 206 miles per hour fastest speed for Mitch as he comes around turn number 1 on lap 24-26. Mind you, he still does have to do one more pit stop. As he started on the mediums, went hard, and then to the mediums. So he might come in either this lap or the last lap to do what he can. But the gap right now back to Sasuke is 5.7 seconds. It's not going to be enough to really do anything. He's going to lose out time when he pit stops anyways. So let's head down the running order. So we got Sasuke, P2. 6.3 seconds back, you got Lone Fiber coming through turn number 4 right now. Zaluxi, Season 4 and Season 5 champion, subbing into the Red Bull on the mediums right now, coming through turn 6. Giving the wall a little love tap there. Then we got Pro Ultra, one of our new drivers, currently running P5, battling it with Diddy, still out in front in P5. Then you got Diddy Flies subbing in for J Sims, currently P6. Vanilla, P7. MLB currently in P8. Dynamic in the other McLaren running the soft tires through right now in P9. P10, you got Boogie. And they got Firefighter P11, and our last point score is F4, which may also be AI. Karuma, AI, sitting in 13, 2 laps left to go. Then our last running car, it's not Luke, in P14. Back up to the front, Mitch has not pitted yet. We're on lap 25-26. F4 did come back and is in control of this car, I believe. We'll check after the race. But Mitch, coming up to some traffic up ahead. The Haas getting out of the way. Good sportsmanship there from Luke. Oh, getting very sideways through turn 7. correct. Mitch is, if he does not pit this lap, and he finishes the race with only 2 stops, he is going to be disqualified from the session, unfortunately. As per the rule book, multiple pit stops required. If they don't do it, they will receive a DSQ. So we're going to keep a close eye here as we come through. No real close races on track right now other than Diddy on Pro Ultra, but that hasn't changed yet. See what Mitch does as he comes through. Does he pit? He does not. He may try to do the Schumacher and pit on the final lap. We'll see what happens. But I'm pretty sure he crossed the start-finish line before. Yeah, F4 is in control of his car. He just got fast. The start-finish line is before the pit boxes, so Mitch will be, unfortunately, getting disqualified from this session. So right now, your de facto leader is Sasuke, about 8 seconds ahead of Lone Fiber, last week's winner. Got a yellow flag going again. I think it was just a slow car getting out of the way of faster traffic on the lead lap. So there you have it. Oh, Diddy picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that is going to drop him right down the order. Actually, it won't. Vanilla needs to close the gap to within 3 seconds to gain that position. Currently sitting 6.6 back from Diddy. So Diddy might be in the clear even with that 3-second time penalty. So it looks like Mitch is coming down the final stretch. As he is leading on track, we're going to go with the camera on him. Let's see what he does here. Does not pit any cross the line. Mitch cross the line. P1. Sasuke P2. Lone Fiber battling it out with Zaluxy. Zaluxy. Oh. It almost looked like Zaluxy hit him at the last second. Diddy getting very sideways across the line as well. Pro gets P5. Diddy P6. Vanilla coming across the line. P7. MLB battling it out right now with Dynamic. Dynamic did pick up a 3-second time penalty there at the last couple corners. So as they come down the straightaway now, MLB weaving across the line. Dynamic right there with them. Cross the line, MLB, then Dynamic P9. Boogie coming across. P10. And then Firefighter, our last coming through the final section of the track. Across the line for P11. Well, your on-track winner tonight is Mitch. But unfortunately, will more than likely be disqualified for not doing the 3 stops. Here he is cheering. So that is your race tonight for Prowler Racing League at Baku. Race winner, Mitch. Driver of the day is going to be Pro Ultra. Also doing the most overtakes, fastest lap, F4 in the Alpine. So, Mitch, your on-track winner, Sasuke, P2, Lone Fiber, P3, Zaluxi, P4, Pro Ultra, P5, Diddy Flies, P6, Vanilla, P7, MLB, P8, Dynamic, P9, Boogie, P10. So I believe we may have, now mind you, this is an update because I have to do the graphics tonight, but I believe that does secure the Constructors Championship for McLaren. We will confirm that tonight, and we'll let you guys know next week when we are in Bahrain. But that is going to do it tonight for Prowler Racing League Season 6 at Baku. Next week, we're in Bahrain. We will see you under lights in the desert next week. Have a good night, everyone.